All right, 6 o'clock. Call order, roll call. Okay. So,
Roll call. Stuart,
Here?
Yasmin,
Here.
Sam,
right here.
Aaron.
He's on Zoom.
Oh, is he on Zoom?
Should be. Or, yeah, you tell.
Yeah, I can.
There's a red thing over there.
No, he's not.
Okay, absent. All right, so everybody, please, let's do pledge of allegiance. Thank you. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. So like we said, Peg, we're gonna get you right out.
Thank you.
We're gonna start the, we talked about,
Could we let everyone else come first?
Absolutely not.
so we're gonna, we have 2 resolutions here for March project. First one is village replacement's approval of an endorsement of March project's applications to New York State Homes and Community Renewal for funding under the Main Street program. So I'd like to make a motion to take this resolution. I'd like somebody to make a motion.
I make a motion.
To make this resolution. And the resolution number is 005-2024. I make
I second.
Village of Fleischman's approval and endorsement of Mark Project's application to New York State Homes and Community Renewal for funding under the Main Street program. Motions made by Stuart, and second by Yasmin.
Yes.
At the village board meeting of the Board of Trustees of the Village of Fleischman's, New York, held at the Dean Moore Memorial Library on the 10th of June, 2024. And whereas the Mark project desires to apply for up to $500,000 in financial assistance through the 2024 consolidated funding application under the New York Main Street program for the Village of Fleischman's, and whereas the application proposes funding to assist property owners to complete building renovations to downtown Main Street buildings on Main Street between Lake Street and Bridge Street, and whereas the proposed funding will contribute to ongoing community revitalization efforts, and whereas the grant application requires that the applicant obtain the approval and endorsement of the governing body of the municipality in which the project will be located. Whereupon the resolution was put to a vote, recorded as follows. Passed by the following vote: Village of Fleischman's members voting in favor of the board, aye. Stuart?
Aye. Samuel Gilman.
And yes, aye.
So we have 3.
Aaron? Is he up yet?
No. All right. So,
See, the resolution was adopted
You don't have to go.
on, okay, that's all I.
Yep.
thank you, Stuart. We'll move to the next resolution, which is the 006.
2024.
And I'd like to, again, I'd like to make a motion for this resolution to be pass or not pass. So I'd like to have a motion. And second it.
I'll second it. And that's for the Village of Fleischman's approval and endorsement of the Mark Project's application to New York State Homes and Community Renewal for funding under the Main Street program.
That's the one you've done. The next one is the pro housing.
That's the one. The one with the big letters. You did 5, we need 6.
We did 05.
Oh, nope,
But this
my
is,
fault, Stuart, my fault.
Which one you do?
this is 06.
Just,
Oh, is it,
No, this,
the top part's wrong.
that's one.
you're very keen.
The top part's wrong.
It's over. Wow.
Oh, my God.
So that would be the pro housing.
This is the right wording, I believe.
Mhm.
It's just that this is not right.
Right, you already read 05.
Read it anyway, because it's still what she said.
Okay.
She'll know when you start reading it, because she wrote it.
So the one that we're doing is the pro housing.
Yes.
This is 05?
Oh, 6.
This will be 06 story.
Okay, and, okay, so.
The title's wrong.
I see,
So
okay,
the title we can use the pro housing. It's the pro housing, right?
The pro
Right.
housing.
Yeah, pro housing.
and so this says approval and endorsement marks, application New York State Homes and Community Renewal,
Yeah, that-
funding under the main program.
That's the wrong title.
that's the wrong title, that's what I'm telling you.
Yes.
The title's pro housing.
Okay,
Just say pro housing.
pro housing.
Pro housing.
So this occurred at a village board meeting, the board of trustees, the village of Fleischmann, New York, held at the Stephen Memorial Library on June 10th, 2024. Where, yeah, this is.
You want me to read it?
No, it's, yeah.
I'll read it. Right, whereas the
What you have?
Village of Fleischmann believes that the lack of housing for New York residents of all ages and income levels negatively impacts the future of New York State's economic growth and community well-being. And whereas the housing crisis has negative effects at regional and local levels, we believe that every community must do their part to contribute to housing growth and benefit from the positive impacts a healthy housing market brings to communities. Whereas we believe that supporting housing production of all kinds in our community will bring multiple benefits, including increasing housing access and choices for current and future residents, providing integrated, accessible housing options that meet the needs of people with sensory and mobility disabilities, bringing economic opportunities and vitality to our communities, and allowing workers at all levels to improve their quality of life through living closer to their employment opportunities. And whereas we believe that evidence showing that infill development that reduces sprawl and supports walkable communities has significant environmental and public health benefits. And whereas we believe that affirmatively furthering fair housing and reducing segregation is not only required by law, but it is essential for keeping our community strong and vibrant. Now, therefore, it is hereby resolved that the Village of Fleischmann believes to take positive steps to help alleviate the housing crisis, adopts the Pro Housing Communities Pledge, which will have us endeavor to take the following important steps. 1, streamlining permitting for multi-family housing, affordable housing, accessible housing, accessory dwelling units, and supportive housing. 2, adopting policies that affirmatively further fair housing. 3, incorporating regional housing needs into planning decisions. 4, increasing development capacity for residential uses. And 5, enacting policies that encourage a broad range of housing development, including multifamily housing, affordable housing, accessible housing, accessory dwelling units, and supportive housing. Whereupon the resolution was put to a vote. So we're putting it to a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
No negatives? Passes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so resolution 05, resolution 06 passes. New York 4 and pro housing.
New York Main Street.
New York Main Street and pro housing. Thank you, Paige. That's why you're here.
That's why I'm here, just to keep you guys in line.
Yes, yes. Any questions as far as these grants? This,
One is for certification, one is for grant application.
right. Do we have any questions at all as far as? Paige, can you please fill us in real quick on these two? Tell us what for whoever is on Zoom.
I'm sorry.
Can you tell us what it,
Oh, yes, so, we're applying to the New York Main Street program under this year's consolidated funding application for building renovations to mixed use and commercial buildings on Main Street. We're requesting up to $500,000, and that announcement will come out sometime in December if we're funded. The other is to help you take the next step towards gaining certification as a pro-housing community. One thing that needs to happen in order to apply for several grants, you get priority points once you're designated as a pro-housing community. So we're helping all the towns in the Mark service area get that pro-housing designation.
good, that's good,
And what it really means is it's the state's effort to help increase housing opportunities by, for instance, if there's a part of a municipality that's zoned commercial, you may want to make it mixed use, so there's housing opportunities in that. So increased opportunities to develop housing, either accessory units as somebody adding onto their home, to put an apartment onto their home, multifamily, all those kinds of housing opportunities.
and will that also be, if you want to start a new building as well?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, as long as it's for housing?
Yep.
Okay, good. Any questions? No? Thank you, Beck. Oh,
Okay.
Mr. Todd?
I have one. What's the rental range for these proposed housing restrictions?
So it depends on the housing, and it depends on the program where it's funded. There are opportunities for funding from not-for-profit equity firms that will allow for market rate. There's funding on the state level that offers opportunity for 80% of the median income. The Southern Tier is developing a program for 80 to 120% of the median income, where workforce housing, things like that. So there's not one set rate, it varies depending on where the funding comes from.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Beck. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, thanks a lot.
It's my friend Matt. Take good care.
Matt.
Okay?
Always.
Thanks, Ann.
All right, on the second thing, we have the franchise agreement between the Village of Placements and MTC, Margaret Telephone Company. We need to do an update on the date. We did this resolution already. And as per the request of the Department of Public Services, we need to do an update on this franchise agreement between the Village of Placements and Margaret Telephone Company. So this is already passed.
It has passed. They're just asking us to update the resolution, the date on the resolution.
So we need to update the date of the resolution to be June 10th, which is today.
Correct, 2024.
Okay.
So all in favor of updating the date on that resolution?
Aye.
Aye,
All in favor?
all in favor?
Motion approved.
And
Okay.
Sorry to make you go through the process.
Well, that was just to change the date. Is that accepting it too?
that's just to change the date, Maddie?
Yeah, I think it'd be fine if you just change the date on the resolution, which you have the, get back and find the number and everything, just change the date on that. Send that back to us, if you could, stamped and all of that. We should be good to go. We'll put out the appropriate legal ads that need to go out. This process again, get you everything, so those are signed, so I'll take those off your hands there too, Sam. Thank you all. Any
Thank
further
you, Matt.
questions? Do you need?
Thank
anything
you,
else?
thank you for coming, thank you for being one of the first ones, that way we can all get down to business and go home.
There you go. Good. We'll
Thank
make it
you.
easy, right?
Thanks a lot, Maddie.
Hey, thank
Thank you.
Take care.
Thanks for letting Peg go first.
Oh, no problem. You're welcome. Yep. Good night, folks.
Good night.
So the other thing that we have is, I'm very happy today, very happy. We have, as we all know, things things keep breaking, Mr. Todd.
Excuse me?
Things keep breaking. Things needs to be
Working.
updated.
Oh,
You know, everything
my
that's
God.
getting old. So we need to do the approval for the water tank and the well pump replacement. Right, this is at
I believe it's well number 4.
well number 4, and that's basically at the water tower. So
There are two, yes,
at the water tower,
Paradise Road and on 28.
yeah, the water tower is across 28. Yes, so that's the one we talked about this, I think last month. We got Titan Drilling to perform the job. They pull out all the piping, and all the piping is rotted. It was rotted and, you know, corrodes. So when they came back, they said, you know what? The pump is acting up. So by all means, you guys can just tell us, replace the piping and not the pump, but we cannot guarantee the pump to be working properly. So with that being said, we need to approve the purchase of the pump as well,
Yes.
so that we can do one hole, one job and get it done. So that we don't have what we went through at the swimming pool, at the pool house. Um, When we did the pool, Mr. Todd, and everybody else on Zoom, in 2000, we spent all those over, you know, almost $200,000 in replacing the swimming pool. And for some reason, somebody decided not to go and replace the pump that was gonna be pumping the water. They decided to keep the old one. We could have spent, when they did it, around $3,000, and this was told to me by the contractor, but we decided not to do it. So because we decided not to do it, and when we had to do it, we spent over $10,000 in labor. We bought the pump that wasn't meant for commercial, it was residential. So right now at the pump house, we have a relatively brand new residential pump that we couldn't sell afterwards. So we have it there and we have to find a way how to sell it. So I don't want to make that mistake again. You know, that mistake was not done during my time, that was before me. So I'd rather spend the money for this pump right now, since we already know that it might fail. Thank you, Manny.
So what you're
And
saying now would be a better bargain than waiting.
absolutely, and it's guaranteed. So we are moving forward to upgrading, buying a new pump along with the new piping, which is, it's again corroded and not good. At the same time, we replace a water leak that we have on Wagner Avenue, right across the street from the palace, where Ellsworth comes down, Wagner. And that was another issue that we had. We were losing, this was told to me by the water department, we were losing about 30 gallons per minute water. So again, all this infrastructure is, you know, it's under the ground, it's corroded, the winter, the salt and everything that is affecting it. So that was also replaced, worked on last Friday. As I'm sure a lot of people find out to be, Wagner Avenue was closed for a period of time. And at the same time, there's grants out there that the water department is looking to get and for infrastructure. So that will bring our wells, whatever needs to be replaced, bring it up to speed. Whatever piping we need to be replaced, bring it up to speed. And with that being said, the few fire hydrants that we might have as well. As we know, being a municipality and everything changing so much, the insurance companies, they want to make sure that everybody, either residential, municipal, commercial, municipalities, are properly handling their business as far as their equipment, their buildings, their infrastructure, their fire hydrants. Because if these things are not up to speed, the companies will not. First of all, it will go, the rates will go up. And if something happens, they will find anything not to pay the claim. So God forbid, if that was going to be the case in the future for placements, then we get stuck with a big bill. And that's something we don't want. So we're working with, again, Cedar Woods has been really good to us because they're looking into getting all these monies for infrastructure. There's another grant that we can get for beautification through them, but takes a lot of time. And I mentioned to Stuart before, and to all of those in Zoom, I really think, and I almost know that the answer is because they want municipalities to be down, but I believe that the mayor and the deputy mayor at all kinds of levels of villages, hamlets, should have a full-time job paid for. That way they can achieve more, because now you have 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, you have the proper equipment, the proper tools, and you can achieve way more than just what we're doing. Because everybody's been volunteers. A lot of mayors have just done as little as possible because they want to travel, they have a full-time job, they don't have the time to put in the village. But I believe that putting more hours in a municipality will benefit the village way, way more. Because now the mayor, the deputy mayor, the village clerk, the treasurer, everybody's working in conjunction as an office and producing more and getting more. But again, that's just, I thought that hopefully one day the legislation in New York State can actually put this to work and say, you know what? Something like this should happen in order for these municipalities to take care of themselves, be self-sufficient. Because right now, I mean, you look at Margaretville, you look at Fleischmann's, town of Middletown, even though it's bigger, but they also have a lot of issues. And that's because, the town supervisors, the mayors, we unfortunately don't have all the time, the 40 hours to be put in officially into this position. So we do as much as we can, and again, we could be doing more, but we also have jobs. So we do a lot. The other thing that I want to mention is the Print House and the Arts Inn. The Arts Inn is a non-for-profit organization. I don't know if you guys know that, but they are. So they apply for a grant. They received $2,500. And the purpose of this grant and this money was for them to do something like the street fair in May, but this is in June. Not in June, in September. I'm like,
August, August.
no, Labor Day weekend. It's a Labor Day weekend.
Okay.
It's the same time as the Out of the Attic thing that started a year or 2 years ago. And basically what they're trying to do is put their, sell their goods right in the property, not on the street. And they're looking for permission from the board of trustees and the mayor to do something similar to the street fair, but not on the street. The street is not going to be closed at all. So these businesses are gonna be selling their goods in front of their establishments, like more on the open. So this is a letter that was turning to us Wednesday or Thursday of last week. So I'm gonna ask Joe DeVito and maybe Heidi, so for them to show up on the next meeting to tell us about more of what they're thinking about, what's the idea, what are they planning to do, so that way we have more understanding, better understanding of what will happen on that day. At the same time, William Spino, we all know Willie. Willie is with the Church of God, and he has requested a, permission not for them to, his church, usually they go and pray right in front of the church. 2-3 years ago, they did it at the parking lot of La Cabaña. So they're requesting permission to pray and sing. Friday is July 26th and Saturday, July 27th, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. those 2 days. And then Sunday, the same thing, they will be doing it from 11 o'clock in the morning to 4 p.m. So again, this is something they've been doing for a while. And I think
And where's it gonna be done?
right across the street from the church, Church of God, right next to the Valkyrian Motel down the road.
So it's gonna be in the back?
No, it's gonna be on the front,
Okay.
right on the front. Yeah, they put a tarp, and they sing and preach to whoever's walking by. They talk to that person about God.
Oh.
So we have those two things, and the other thing that we don't have on the agenda, but I'd like to mention is we have this swimming pool that not us, not this board or mayor, not the previous mayor, but this has been working on, the pool was being worked on for maybe 4 mayors before me in order to make the pool happen. So now we have this beautiful pool that we spend, grants and private money. It was a lot of money spent. And right now we're having a kind of a little bit of an issue with the lifeguards. But I'm very confident that we're gonna get lifeguards. And we are aiming to open the 4th of July weekend. And at the same time, we have a village placements pool fund that anybody can donate money to the pool fund. Usually costs about, to run the pool for 11, 12 weeks, it's about $14,000 to run it. Lifeguards salaries, the chemicals, and the maintenance on the pool, because we have to hire a mechanical pool expert to come and work on the pumps, the piping, make sure that the workflow, that all the flow is working properly. And again, more than anything, for all the kids, all the children that are off from school, so they can go and take a swim. So for all of those that are watching on Zoom, make sure that you feel that you love placements and you want to help the pool fund. You can make donations to the placements pool fund, right? We have an account.
I think so.
We do, yeah. So, and that would be greatly appreciated. We also need volunteers for ticket takers. So there's a lot of retired people that can help us out a few hours a day for the ticket taker. That way we don't have to hire somebody. And then we're gonna be power washing the pool because we have to wash it every year. Last year, Sean and Corky did it. The year of opening, the volunteers did it, and myself, and Sean. And this year we're gonna be because again, Corky and Sean, with the rain and the sun, they're being very busy with mowing and weed whacking and all this stuff, so we'll see. We're probably gonna need volunteers for power wash the pool, and while we're at it, we're gonna power wash the entrance of the
Yes.
pool. And at the same time, we should probably do the roof.
Right.
The roof is grass is growing on the roof, so we should get rid of all of that before it's too late. But again, so those are basically all of the agenda. And if they, now we're gonna close the meeting, and we're gonna open the floor for public comments.
I have a question, if I may. Are you intending to rent the pool at any point?
We're planning to do it because we're not gonna, we can't open it 7 days a week, Mr. Todd. And the reason why is because shortage of lifeguards. So we're thinking about either if we don't open 2 days, we put it up for rent for those 2 days, just like last year. So anybody in the private sector, you know, you wanna do a party, you wanna rent the pool for a day, the only thing is you have to bring your own lifeguard. Because obviously, that's the reason why we're not opening, because we don't have a lifeguard. So if you guys bring your own lifeguard, and it's at your own risk, and, you know, you have a beautiful pool. I don't know, did you go to the pool at all last year?
I haven't been swimming in years.
Okay, did you, Mrs. Todd?
My
Well,
son did.
not for nothing,
Take a walk.
not for nothing, but I'm telling you, that pool, we put a lot of money, a lot of effort in making it like bluish, like pristine, like so clear that you can actually see all the way at the bottom.
To clarify, I have been on the property, so I'm familiar with the way it looks.
Okay.
It is very nice. My concern is that the pool area remain that way and not be altered in any way by any guest who is renting.
Mhm. Yeah, no, absolutely. We will, you know, we rent it, and the way we're gonna take, obviously, we're gonna charge for the day, we're gonna get a deposit, and any damages, the person will pay for it. So the whole idea is to make sure that everybody is, you know, self-conscious that things cost money, and we work so hard to provide the tennis courts, the pickleball, the concession stand, the soccer field, the playground, the swimming pool. So we work very hard to make sure that things are usable and for everybody to enjoy it. Whatever you wanna walk, you wanna climb on the playground, you wanna play tennis or pickleball, you know, we wanna make sure that everything is usable, and like if it was yours.
And you at one time talked about putting back a basketball court. That's still in the works?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We put in an official request for different engineering companies, therefore to take from the engineer point to the construction point and get a kind of an idea how much it's gonna cost. We met with Kent Manuel with the county, and we chose a place. We have the drawings, and now it's just getting down to show me the money. Can you give this to me? And but yes, the whole idea is to, and it will be a brand new full court. So show this to Mr. Pat. Those are the-
And these were the pipes that we removed, the ones that were leaking. we're running about 110 gallons a minute, and we, after we fixed that, it went down about 30 gallons a minute. Well, it stopped leaking.
So, but
I'm sure.
what else? And we wanna also make sure that we open the pool, because we have, if you guys recall, we were donated 10 brand new outdoor chairs, beautiful colors. So it'll be a shame not to use those chairs.
Wonderful. You mentioned those at the last meeting.
Yes,
Very
so,
good.
and the other thing that I wanna mention is I wanna thank to the residents that are basically cleaning up their sidewalks. I'm really very thankful that they're finally they realize that summer is here, they cleaning up their sidewalks by trimming down the bushes, the branches. It looks a lot nicer, a lot neater, and allows people to walk on the sidewalk. At the same time, I want to tell everybody that, the sidewalks are for people to walk. Anybody putting stuff on the sidewalk, I wouldn't recommend it, because either somebody walking by, that 99.9% doesn't happen in Fleshman, but you don't know. Might walk by and see something that you have on your sidewalk and grab it and put it in your trunk and leave. As a matter of fact, I lost my phone was stolen from my establishment a week ago. So,
Well, it's not only that, it's you're forcing, if you have something on the sidewalk, you're forcing people into the street, which is very dangerous.
exactly. So I want to recommend everybody, and I want to ask everybody to make sure that the sidewalks are clean and clear, and put your belongings in your property. Because again, you don't want to send somebody on the road, on the street, and then God forbid a car, a fast car comes and you might create an accident. So I really like to ask for people to be a little bit more considerate and put their stuff in their property. So with that being said, no more questions? Okay, so we're gonna close the floor. We're gonna move to the next meeting is on July 8th. July 8th, same time, 6 o'clock. And let's hope that it goes really nice and quiet like today. Now, we're gonna make a motion to audit the vouchers, pay people.
Motion to order the voucher.
I second that motion.
Okay. And now motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion to adjourn the meeting.
I second.
Thank you, Stuart. Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you all for attending. I'm very grateful to all of you. I love it. Thank you. Man.
Thank you for your support.